letter F, undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. May I move to cite Attorney Lopez in contempt, Mr. Chair.
Attorney Lopez has been examined by the physicians and cleared in the Medical Center, Quezon City. You are directed to transfer Attorney Lopez to the Veterans Memorial Medical Center, Quezon City.
Congresswoman Micaela Swansing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, siguro po if I may be given the opportunity to please ask questions to our Sergeant at Arms and our SecGen kasi po ang dami pong kumakalat na mga haka-haka patungkol po sa ano po ba talaga yung nangyari nung gabi na yon. So, Mr. Chair, since we're tackling admin matters at the moment, before we proceed with the interpellations, may I be allowed, Mr. Chair, the opportunity to propound questions to our SAA and to our Secretary General?
Yes, the reason why we invited the Secretary General is because the Secretary General will give us briefing of what transpired in the past 2 or 3 days. So, with that, the Chair would like to recognize the Secretary General, the Honorable Reginald Velasco.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will read the report here documenting the events concerning the contempt order and detention of Attorney Zuleika Lopez from the House of Representatives, Quezon City, to the Women's Correctional Facility, then to Veterans Memorial Hospital. We started, as the chairman stated, the committee met on November 20, 2024 at 10 a.m. and adjourned at 8:23 p.m. Representative Franz Castro, ACT Teachers Party List, moved to cite Attorney Lopez for contempt on the basis of the letter sent by the Office of the President to the Commission on Audit, which was duly seconded and approved by this committee, asking it not to comply with the House panel subpoena to submit audit reports on the OBP and the Department of Education on the use of confidential fund. This was duly approved by the committee.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Nung tinanong natin during the budget hearing of the OVP, yung tungkol sa, ako yung first na nagtanong doon sa budget hearing ng budget ng OVP. Did you remember that, Mr. Chair? Nandun ka sa likod ni VP. Oo, nandun ka sa likod ni VP. At talaga namang hindi ako satisfied kasi wala naman siyang sinagot. 2 linya lang yung mga sinabi niya, di ba? So, hindi ako satisfied talaga. Okay, Mr. Chair. So, yun lang, no? Gusto ko lang linawin yung ano ba yung position namin sa confidential funds? Ano ba yung papel dito ni Speaker? No, walang papel whatsoever si Speaker doon sa pag-ano namin, pagbusisi namin sa confidential funds. Hindi lang naman OVP. Kung mapapakinggan nyo ko, ang makabayan, hindi lang confidential funds ng OVP ang kinikriticize namin. Tama? Okay, so, Mr. Chair, kanina pa kasi, na tinatanong natin si Attorney Lopez na sinasabi niya parang wala siyang alam sa confidential funds. Not until na sinabi ng ating si DS Suarez, yung tungkol dun sa 2 letter. Nang ibig sabihin, meron siyang alam kahit papaano dito sa confidential funds. Pero kung di pa binrought out itong letter na to, na talagang kayo, yung nakapirma dito, ay talagang mukhang pangangatawanan ninyo, na wala talaga kayong alam. Tama ba yung impression ko?
Your Honor, wala po talaga akong alam as regards the disbursement, utilization.
Hindi. Hindi yon. Yung the whole, yung confidential funds. Kasi parang sinasabi mo kanina na labas ka doon sa confidential funds. Kasi from budgeting, kasi tinanong ko nung last meeting, si Mr. Tendo, Rabago, napag-usapan naman talaga ito, no, yung 125, na pagre-request, no, nung 125. So may alam ka doon.
Siguro ma'am, for the record, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Oo.
please continue,
Ayun lang
Attorney
po yung
Lopez.
point of clarification. Ang point of clarification is that I am aware that in the budget of the OVP, meron po tayong confidential funds. Ang wala lang po akong direct or personal information is as regards the utilization, disbursement of
Well,
the set fund.
I respect your
Yun po
your
yung-
answer to that.
May clarification.
Pero
Oo.
you respect me also na hindi ako naniniwala.
I understand, Your Honor.
So naniniwala ka ba na yung confidential fund is a public fund? It is not private.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So lahat po ng public fund, according to the law, ay ino-audit yan. At tinitignan kung saan ginamit at dapat alam din ng bayan, ng taong bayan, saan niya napunta.
Yes, Your
Tama.
Honor.
Oo. Kaya walang confidential na nga, pino-confidential pa natin, no, yung paggasta nito. At sinasabi natin, kaya gusto natin baguhin yun eh. Kung magtutuloy pa rin yung confidential fund, hindi lang dapat speaker, hindi lang dapat Senate President, hindi lang dapat agency ang nakakaalam nitong utilization ng confidential funds. At doon tayo nang gagaling, mabago yung mga no. But of course, ang position namin, i-abolish yan. Okay, Mr. Speaker, dahil dito sa sulat na to, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, sinasabi kasi dito sa sulat na ito na tama ba request lang sa COA na wag pagbigyan yung aming request for the subpoena?
It was really just a request directed to the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
Pero Mr. Chair, on the second paragraph nung kanyang letter, yung letter po ni Attorney Lopez, nakalagay dito, no, we are of the position that the subject subpoena should not be complied with for the following reasons. Ayun, na-explain mo na yon. Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng should not? Are you commanding? Are you demanding the COA na wag sumunod doon sa subpoena duces tecum?
If Your Honor, Mr. Chair,
Please continue, Attorney Lopez.
yes, if you read the entirety of the letter, it is really a respectful request sa Commission on Audit. We are not demanding them or instructing them. It is really a respectful request if you read in the
Well,
entirety.
Yes, oo. Pero pag should kasi parang demanding na yon, commanding na yon para sa akin, no?
And
Okay?
yes, and
Okay,
may I
so
also
kung-
add,
Yes, kung hindi ito demanding, commanding, parang siga-siga ba yung Office of the Vice President na utusan yung OVP,
Yung
utusan
COA.
ang COA na hindi kami sundin ang Congress or House of Representatives?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, hindi po siga-siga ang OVP. It is really just a respectful request, Your Honor, for them to consider our position. Like all position papers filed, ito po yung we feel that these are the issues that we needed to raise. So,
Okay.
which we addressed to the Commission on Audit.
Okay. So kanina, Mr. Chair, no, binanggit na ating mga colleagues yung mga dahilan, no, kung bakit mali ang paniniwala ng Office of the Vice President, kung bakit we are holding a hearing in aid of legislation dahil sabi nila wala pa daw batas o wala pa daw panukalang batas. So kaya nga tayo nag-hear ng, 'di ba? Malinaw naman na 'yan. Pero dito sa letter na ito, Mr. Chair, may plano talaga ang Office of the Vice President na mag-interfere doon sa ating conduct ng ating proceedings. Dahil dito, Mr. Chair, at I'm sorry, Attorney Lopez, no, dahil ikaw yung nakapirma dito, and according to our rule, one of the reasons on the undue is the undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. So may I move, Mr. Chairs, na nag-violate si Attorney Lopez dito sa ating proceedings or doon sa ating trabaho due to this Section 11, letter F, undue interference in the conduct of proceedings. May I move to cite Attorney Lopez in contempt, Mr. Chair? I move.
Mr. Chair, before you make the ruling,
Any second?
if I may be allowed,
Any second to the motion?
uh,
Duly seconded? Is there any objection?
Your
Hearing none, the
Honor.
motion is carried.
respectfully, it was not the intention of the Office of the Vice President to...
Attorney, you wait for me to acknowledge you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For that,
Apologize, Your Honor.
I move for 1 minute suspension.
An order of detention was issued by the committee instructing the SAA to detain Attorney Lopez. Attorney Lopez was escorted to the HREP Custodial Center at 8:43 p.m. At 9:39 p.m., the Office of the Sergeant-at-Arms received the contempt order from the committee and was served at 9:55 p.m. to Attorney Lopez while OBP staff are still with her. They only left at 10:40 p.m. despite Legislative Security Bureau's repeated request to leave at 10 p.m. Attorney Lopez then wrote Chairman Representative Joel Chua requesting to allow individuals to visit her during her detention on November 21, 22, 23, and 24 at the HREP. On November 21, 2024, the advance party of the Office of the Vice President arrived at the HREP premises at 1:56 p.m. and coordinated with the LSB personnel by the 12-member security team of the OBP. The meeting was held led by Lieutenant Colonel Marlon Bagara. Attorney Lopez was brought to the HREP Visitor Center at 6:30 p.m. for the visit of Vice President Duterte and exited the Visitor Center at 10 p.m. At 10:05 p.m., VP Duterte boarded her vehicle convoy. Instead of exiting via the South Gate, she proceeded to the South Wing Annex, room 304, which is the office of her brother, Representative Paulo Duterte, supposedly to change clothes, but never left the office. The security of the Vice President explained to the duty guard at the SWA that they would deliver durian to the office of Representative Duterte.
Magdamag na nanatili si Vice President Sara Duterte sa Kamara para bisitahin ang kanyang nakadetain na Chief of Staff na si Attorney Zuleika Lopez. Yan ang ulat ni Melales Moras. Nasa batasang pambansa ngayon si Vice President Sara Duterte kasabay ng pagkakakulong ng kanyang Chief of Staff na si Yusek Zuleika Lopez. Sa pagdinig ng House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability nitong Miyerkules, pinatawan kasi ng contempt order si Lopez dahil sa mga paglabag, kaya't nakapiit siya ngayon sa Kamara. Ayon kay House Secretary General Reginald Velasco, kagabi pa dumating sa Batasang Pambansa ang Vice Presidente para dalawin si Lopez. At dahil bawal naman siyang matulog sa detention facility, doon siya nagpalipas ng gabi sa opisina ng kanyang kapatid na si Davao City 1st District Representative Paulo Duterte.
May nagbalita na may dalang unan. Actually, may intention siya to visit her regularly. No? So, baka ito na yung manifestation of that interest, no? Na mabisita si Chief of Staff Attorney Lopez on a regular basis. At 11 p.m., General Taas, the Sergeant-at-Arms, started coordinating with the OBP security officers to leave the HREP complex as the BP has already exceeded the visiting hours contained in our security guidelines. He personally appealed to BP Duterte at SWA Room 304 of Congressman Duterte to leave the premises, but was ignored. The OBP security officers were reminded of HREP's standard practice of no lights and no air conditioning in the building after hours. The following day, November 22, BP Duterte security officer exited the Honorable Congressman Duterte's office and informed the Sergeant-at-Arms that the BP was already asleep. General Taas reminded the security officer that power to the building will be cut off in 10 minutes. The SWA building power supply was cut off by the Engineering and Physical Facilities Department at 12 a.m. Except for the 3 close-in security officers of the Vice President, all other security personnel exited SWA and went to their respective vehicles to spend the night starting at 12:30 a.m. The LSB continued monitoring SWA Room 304, where the BP is stationed, which remained locked. No other activities were observed. The power supply to the SWA building was restored upon the request of the HREP Finance Department due to regular work operation. LSB continued monitoring and negotiating with the security officers, urging BP Duterte to honor the security guidelines. However, the BP's security team remained locked inside the SWA Room 304 until 8 a.m. The Office of General Taas received the transfer order to the Women's Correctional Facility of Attorney Lopez from the committee at 11 p.m. and was served to Attorney Lopez at 11:27 p.m., but she refused to receive the transfer order, asking the Sergeant-at-Arms service team to leave her room.
And then, ma'am, ibabasahin na po namin, ma'am, yung order na naka-arrest naman po. Ma'am, okay, ma'am. Ito, ma'am, tig-isa po ulit tayo.
Just a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I need my lawyers to be present?
Hindi naman po, ma'am. Hindi naman po.
I really
This
like
time.
my lawyers to be present, ma'am.
Opo. Ma'am, hindi po muna ngayon. Kasi, ma'am.
Are you transferring me now?
Yes po, ma'am.
No, I really want my lawyers to be present.
Attorney, ang order ng committee ng House is to transfer you immediately.
I understand that, but I really like my lawyers to be present.
Can we arrange that while on transit?
No, I really like my lawyers to be present.
Kasi
Ma'am, we can arrange that naman, ma'am, for you. Pero ma'am, let
Can we
us...
call them now?
No, ma'am, let us implement this first, ma'am. Because we are
I need my
under...
lawyers to be present, ma'am. Please, please. I need my lawyers to be present.
Ma'am, not here po. Opo.
I am serving my detention in good faith.
Opo.
Please know that.
Opo.
From the US, I came back. I sat there and I answered the questions. So, I would like my lawyers to be present.
Ma'am, are your lawyers around?
We are going to call them.
Ma'am, but we are ordered to
I want my
implement this
lawyers to be
immediately.
present. Ma'am, please.
Opo. So,
Please
I'm ready to
understand.
also.
kasi ang ano sa
Wala akong problema,
Yes, yes.
sir. But I need my lawyers to be present.
Before we can effect this, ma'am?
I need
Because
my
but-
lawyer. No, let them, let them come with me. Or at least masabihan ko sila.
Ma'am, safe naman po kayo with us. Opo.
It is not that. Wala akong issue about the leave the room now.
Ma'am, ma'am, may lawyer naman po kami dito.
I am not going
Can you-
anywhere. Just
Opo.
leave the room now. Leave the room now.
Ma'am, we'll check muna po sa aming committee.
Walang problema. Leave the room now.
Yan.
I just want my lawyers to be present. Narinig niyan lahat, ha?
Opo, opo.
I want my lawyers to be present. Please leave the room now.
Paki-inform mo na sa
Leave the room now. You can stay there. Walang problema. Nicole, leave the room now.
Opo.
Please just leave the room now.
Ma'am, wait lang po. Maghintay lang po muna kami ng instruction. Kung ano naman po yung instruction nila.
Leave the room now. Oh, it's okay. Please just go out. Leave the room now.
The following day, November 23, 2024, the reading of the transfer order by the LSB Executive Director outside the room of Attorney Lopez and only by the window was at 12:10 a.m.
For the years 2022. Ma'am, no, we're just reading po the order. Opo. Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Kasi this is a detention center.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Opo. Yes, ma'am.
For contempt.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, may space kayo para dito sa kanya.
Yes, ma'am.
Diba?
Opo.
So,
Ma'am, let
you are clear
let us just comply because we are mandated to read this order. We will just simply read it to ma'am. Yes po. Ma'am, no, I think that's a different one, ma'am. That's yes, ma'am. But before I give you the copy, ma'am, will you please allow me to read it?
Can you just give us a copy? and
Yes,
put
ma'am.
it in?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, may I continue into the utilization of public funds, particularly the budget appropriated to the office of the President, Vice President, for the years 2022, 2023.
Where a few minutes after, Attorney Litogo, OBP Counsel, arrived at the House Detention Facility. BP Duterte and Attorney Lopez held an online press conference via Zoom at 1 a.m. at the House Detention Center. This was done without the permission of the bar meeting. General Taas allowed the entry of Dr. Tiamson from the EMT-DDH to check the medical condition of Attorney Lopez as requested by the OBP protocol officers. While this was going on, the Sergeant-at-Arms requested for the ambulance from the PNP, and the ambulance arrived at 2:59 a.m. This is to ensure the secured transport of the patient. The PNP ambulance exited Southgate at 3:08 a.m., escorted by the SAA LSB officials and PSPG patrol cars. On board the LSB patrol are the following LSB personnel: Melvin Belia, Jokno Toquero, and Miss Angeline Joy Gimasad, headed for Veterans Memorial Hospital. At 3:45 a.m., Attorney Lopez was reported to be in stable condition as per report from the LSB team, Ms. Gumisad, and per assessment of the doctors from the Veterans Memorial Hospital. BP Duterte instigated the transfer of Attorney Lopez to St. Luke's Medical Center at Quezon City. The convoy arrived at the St. Luke's Medical Center, Quezon City at 5:44 a.m.
Boss, ganun lang. Ayo. Atras na lang, please.
Ma'am, dadalhin po namin sa St. Luke. Hindi. Kanina, sinabihan kayo sa St. Luke. Dinala niyo dito.
Hindi ko po alam. Ibang driver po yun.
Naku, sir.
Ibang driver po yun. Hindi
sir.
ko lang alam yun.
What you did before. Vice President yan. Video. What, sir? Vice President. Ano gado? Ano yung gado nila ito?
Sasarahan nito, di Villamor, oh. Gago.
Hindi convict yan, hindi suspect yan. Hindi lang yan ng contempt.
So yun, nanggaling kami ng batasan. Sinabi ko, 6 months kami pupunta. Hindi niya kami sa veteran.
Oo.
So what is that? You will bring her to St. Luke's.
Saan yan pupunta, sir? Nakita mo yung kondisyon niya? Paano tatakbo yan?
So sir,
Sir, sumunod kayo ng lawful orders. Huwag niyong alam niyo na injustice na siya sa mga tao. Huwag kayong Constitution. It is a politician.
Protect the people, not the malos-los.
Constitution po sa batas, hindi sa kay tampalos-los.
Hindi to bargain. Hindi to bargain. Hindi to bargain. Ilabas niya yung... Sir, tingnan mo. Gawin niya kasi mo. Doktor na nagsasabi sa iyo, doktor ka. Kasalanan nila.
May nangyari kay Atty. Lopez.
Huwag mo hawakan.
Kami na lang magsusugod sa ospital.
Sige po, doktor ang masusunod dito, hindi pulis.
Kami relax.
Doktor ang masusunod.
Major problem to eh.
Back off, police! Police, back off! Back off! Back off, police!
Ambulansa niyo kami. Atras kayo.
Nagagalit si Chris. Huwag niyo isa na may tama.
Kami na lang.
Hindi naman sisipon ng mga police. Hindi naman makatakbo. Hindi naman makatakbo.
Muntik maingit eh. Ayaw niya umaalis, ayaw ni Atty. Lopez.
Double order! Tama na, sir. Huwag ka na bumida! Huwag ka na bumida, sir!
Please, back off!
Please, back off!
Dali mo mukha na yan. Sa ibang una, dahil naman.
Paano mamatay ang anak niya? Okay? Okay, sumunod ka. Ang anak na sasakyan mo.
Ingat po.
Mga kapuso, nandito tayo sa Veterans Memorial Medical Center. Sa mga oras na ito ay nagkakaroon ng komisyon. Pinakalampag na ng taong bayan itong ambulansya ng QCPD dahil nakaharang ito sa ambulansya kung saan nakasakay si Atty. Zuleika Lopez, ang Chief of Staff ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa mga oras na ito, eto na, nakaalis na yung ambulansya at ililipat si Atty. Lopez sa St. Luke's Medical Center.
Attorney Lopez was discharged at 8:58 a.m. and based on the order of the Secretary General, she was transferred back to the Veterans Memorial Hospital at 12:42 p.m.
Ano gusto niyo, ma'am? Basahin ko ba ito?
Yes, yung patient. I know. Hindi ko na rin alam bakit ganito na.
So may assisting physician. May gusto na pala. May facility.
Kinlose nila, sir. Kinlose.
Ayaw mo talaga ayaw mo
I-decide siya.
yung ambulance nyo. That line.
I-decide siya eh. Pwede mo kami mag-request ng cameras.
Ano daw?
Pasukin ng general mga cameras.
Gusto mo? Palapit lapitin ang mga media?
Opo.
Sige.
Lapit na. Go na. Go, go, go. Okay, double time.
Ding, i-release mo ang media.
Release. Go. Go na, sabi ni General. Lapit na. Si General lang nagsabi.
Ayaw ng hospital. Ayaw ng hospital.
Hanggang dyan lang naman yung camera eh.
Ayaw ng hospital.
Hanggang dyan na sa inyo. Huwag nyo lang i-block yung side ng camera.
Alis na lang dito ang mga kwan para makita ng camera.
Para makita ng camera. I-clear natin ito yung para makita ng camera.
Veterans.
Where is it?
Considering that as requested, attorneys Zoraida Lopez has been examined by the physicians and cleared in the St. Luke's Medical Center, Quezon City. You are directed to transfer Attorney Lopez to the Veterans Memorial Medical Center, Quezon City. Ma'am, si VP, and anybody of your choice. May text tayo galing kay SILG Rimulya. Ma'am, ang sabi ni SILG Rimulya,
yan din ang sabi niyo, tapos kinuha niyo ako kanina, dadalhin niyo ako sa correctional.
Hindi ma'am, tapos na yun.
Totoo.
To General Nick Torre from SILG John Vic Rimulya, transfer of Attorney Zoraida Lopez to Veterans Memorial Center. Dear General Torre, as verbally agreed upon, the transfer of Attorney Lopez to the Veterans Memorial Hospital shall be complied with respect to the House directive to transfer her. Please accord all security measures necessary to ensure her safety. Furthermore, please allow the untethered access of her personal physicians during her confinement. The attorney will also be accorded full visitation rights of the following people: Senator Bato de la Rosa, Senator Amy Marcos, Vice President Sara Duterte. Please be advised that all pertinent hospital safety guidelines should be followed, as well as hospital policies on visitation practices. For strict and immediate compliance, signed, SILG John Vic Rimulya. Ma'am, assurance yun.
I don't need your assurance anymore. That's what they told me in the house. And look where it brought me.
Andito, maraming witness. Andito naman sasakay ka naman mo sa sasakyan ni VP.
Pumayag sila kay Senator Bato.
Ma'am, sasakay po kayo. Sasakay po kayo sa sasakyan ni VP. Kasama niyo po si VP sa sasakyan. She will be transporting you to Veterans Memorial Center. Hindi ka naman naiwanan ni VP, ma'am.
Sure yan, Nick, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Promise.
Of course, sir. Nandiyan naman si VP. They are just in one car. Okay, ma'am?
Padaanan. Ay, alalahin dyan.
VP, baka ma'am, paano?
Dito kami sa likod mo, ma'am. Huwag kang mag-alala.
Bagay yun lang. Nakalihok na.
Attorney Lopez is now confined at the Veterans Memorial Hospital and will stay there while awaiting the medical evaluation from the Veterans Memorial Hospital doctors. Thank you.
Thank you, Sec Gen.